For his 10th series win of the year, he's out of Martinsville, Indiana. First career win. It's imminent. When will it happen? Will it happen tonight? It's Garrett Alberson alongside the 58, Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Row 2 on the inside, defending series champ out of Martinsville, Indiana. The 71 is Hudson O'Neill, and on his outside, the driver he narrowly edged out for the championship 1 year ago out of Dresden, Ohio. The 99 is Devin Moran.
2 years ago, Mike Marley was not here last year, but 2 years ago he won 2 preliminary races out of Winfield, Tennessee in the 157. And Tim McCready, he's a 2-time winner of the Firecracker 100 alongside out of Watertown, New York in car number 1.
Row 4 on the inside, the only driver in the field to bolt a 4 on the right rear out of Sarver, Pennsylvania. He's the 3-time and defending track champ Mike Norris, and on his outside out of Newport, Tennessee in the 20, the Newport Nightmare, Jimmy Owens.
Well, Max Blair won a preliminary not here a year ago. He's out of Centerville, PA in the Brad Spochaz own car 111. And Spencer Hughes, the JCM Motorsports 19M out of Meridian, Mississippi.
A pair of Lernerville regulars make up row number 6. James on the inside. He's the 2022 track champ. In the number 10, that's going to be John Garvin. And on his outside, 6-time Lernerville Speedway track champ out of Saxonburg, it's Alex Fareed.
Row 7, former Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year, Mason Ziegler. He's out of Chalk Hill, Pennsylvania, the 25Z. And big brother Dan Stone, he was 5th in the Appalachian Mountain Speedway points. He's out of Thompson, PA, the Super Deuce number 2.
Jared Miley has the Delaware Motorsports 75 on the inside of row 8. He's the 2012 track champ. On his outside in the number 11C, he is the defending Delaware International and Georgetown champion. It's Trevor Collins.
Michael Doritsky Jr. gets his first start in a Lucas Oil race. He's out of Masontown, PA. And Ken Schultenbrand, the veteran out of Sarver, in car 29, will start 18th.
Levi Yetter, he's the defending Marion Center track champion. On his outside, a 2-time winner this year in crate late model racing. It's going to be Bam Bam Brock Pinkerus.
Jamie Latham, the new driver in the Bruce Kane 15K, Mechanicsville, Maryland. And Bo Lockwood at his first start at a Lucas Oil Series in the 57 out of Brookville, Pennsylvania.
And your final 2 starters out of Conneaut, Ohio, Brayton Santee in the number 9 and Gary Lyle, the 1998 Lernerville track champion, in the number 10. 24 cars, going to roll 25 laps in this one, and $5,000 awaits the winner. We got word from Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series director Rick Schwally. Most of the field bolting a 2 on the right rear. That would be the softest compound allowed. A couple drivers in the middle of the pack putting a 3 on the right rear, and you heard it, 5-time winner this year, Mike Norris, with a 4 on the right rear of the 72. James, 25 laps is the distance, and they're going to go green in the New Green Ag Solutions starting zone.
Aaron Alberson, not a good start, swung out wide. He'll keep that up top out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. How about Devin Moran down the back straightaway on the outside, thrown into turn number 3. What a start to this one off of turn 4. Who's going to lead lap 1? It's 99.
Devin Moran from 4th to the lead on lap number 1, and we have got a melee down in turns 3 and 4, and that will bring out the Dave Warren Power Sports caution. I see the 111 of Max Blair involved. Bam Bam is involved. Trevor Collins is involved. We've also got Dan Stone at the top of the racetrack. I didn't see what happened, but I do know that a ton of cars were involved, and be very close to see if we got a lap score or not. Ben, down to you.
Down here in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, and Brock Pinkerus has got a lot of damage on the right front nose of that 555 race car. Dan Stone's limping around the top of 3 and 4, the Super Deuce Racing entry, and it looks like Trevor Collins headed back to the pit area. Guys, the big loser in that one, Devin Moran, he got a great start. A driver that gets going to get out of jail free card out of that one, though. Garrett Alberson, and you called it, James, he did not get a good start. He's going to get a second chance, though, as we did not get a complete first lap in the books.
Yeah, more than one car involved. It'll be a complete restart. And a big break for a couple of drivers after. But yeah, man, Devin Moran coming off of turn 2. What a shot he took on the outside of Thornton, but it'll all be for naught, Dustin Jarrett.
Yeah, absolutely, as it will be a complete double file restart, as you guys mentioned, as you take a look there at Brock Pinkerus' 555 getting looked at. I see Bobby Bachman, Russ King, and the crew down there looking over it. And unfortunately, I don't know if he's going to be able to continue or not, guys. Nope, he's not. Bam Bam crawling out of the race car, so his first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series start will come to an end before it even gets underway.
I mean, led 15 laps here a week ago in a regular Friday night show. There'll be better days for him. Again, he just turned 14. He's run, He ran twice last week in an super late model at Wayne County and here at Lernerville. We'll take a look at the replay for those fans at home and here at the track, Dustin.
Yeah, you see right there, Robbie Blair, or Max Blair in that Robbie Blair throwback down to the inside. It looked like he may have hit the berm. He hit the berm and made contact, and one of the drivers involved, the 555 of Bam Bam Brock Pinkerus, he has caught up with our very own Ben Shelton.
Well, Brock, you're knocked out early. What happened, man?
I just had nowhere to go there. We're just hauling so hard here, and once you commit to the cushion, you really can't go anywhere. I don't know, just got tangled up in front of me, and the only place I could go was the wall, but I choose to pick the pile up, so it is what it is.
I tell you what, a tough deal, but your first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series event, you make the feature. How excited are you for the rest of the weekend?
I think we'll be really good. I don't know, we kind of messed up in qualifying, but it was on my fault, and his first time in the Lucas Oil Dirt Series, and I made it, so that's definitely a accomplishment, and I'm really excited for tomorrow.
All right, guys, Brock Pinkerus out of the party tonight. The youngster out of New York will try it again tomorrow. The Dave Warren Power Sports caution lights are out, guys. We'll try to get this one underway once again.
Absolutely. Kind of wise beyond his years there. Hard to believe that he's just 14 years old. Yep.
And a lot of them in victory lane. Thornton and Alberson go back to the front row. O'Neill and Moran. Again, 25 laps at the new Tech Solutions start zone. Off at turn 4 at Lernerville. One of the first two preliminaries. Here we go.
Flag out and we're underway. It's going to be the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. and Garrett Alberson getting a much better start this time, James, than what he got the last time. He dropped back to about 4th or 5th last time. Devin Moran trying to work up on the bottom at the end of lap 1. It's RTJ.
Or Lucas Oil regulars, Marlar trying to make it 5. Marlar works the inside of Norris. Again, Norris on the harder 4 compound. He runs here every Friday night. The current points leader. 3-time and reigning track champion down the back straight where they try to go 3 wide. McCready tried on the bottom, but it's still Thornton leading Alberson. Off at turn 4, O'Neill and then Moran.
One car way high down in turns 3 and 4 is Jared Miley in that Deller Motorsports car. He's able to wrestle that entry back on the racetrack. Weekday green flag racing as you've got a battle up front for the lead momentarily as the 58 of Garrett Alberson is able to sneak a nose down to the inside of Ricky Thornton Jr. Thornton, though, powers back ahead on the straightaway.
Out of turn 2, Moran going to the inside of O'Neill. Those two had a little bit of issues. The Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out. I was going to say a couple weeks ago, Kokomo, and it's for turn 4, and that is Alex Ferree in the number 1 Cochran car.
Yeah, tough break for the Saxonburg, Pennsylvania driver of the number 1 Cochran Expressway entry as the 6-time Lernerville champ got off course. And he slowed to a stop once he drifted off the racetrack, and I believe he is just going to tag the tail end of the field, and we should be ready. Nope, he's going to make his way into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit area. Ben, send it down to you. Looks like all 4 tires are up on the Lynn Geisler-owned entry.
All 4 tires are up. We'll see if he wants another right rear, if he's going to call it a night. We talked about, and he's going to head over to his crew, and yeah, I think they're going to put another right rear. We talked about him going with the 4 and everybody else with the 2. Well, the reason is, as you said, DJ, that is the softest tire they can put on the right rear. 25 laps, you want the softest tire, maximum traction, and yeah, they go to work on the right rear of that race car. They're going to put a new one on, and I about bet the farm it's going to be a 2. The tire rule for the weekend, you can run a national late model tire 2 or 3 on the front and the left rear. The right rear, you have the option of a 2, 3, or 4.
Thanks a lot for that, Ben. And he may have been one of the drivers that had a 3 on. Michael Norris was the only driver, according to Rick Schwally, that bolted a 4 on the right rear. But he may have gone, Alex Ferree may have put a 3 on there.
Yeah.
It's a few drivers in the middle of the field.
About that, DJ.
Yeah, a few drivers in the middle of the field, Ben, according to Rick Schwally, had a 3 on.
And the problem is not the tire. The right rear completely packed with mud, and I'm pretty sure it's going to shake you pretty tough on that. They're trying to dig that out. I don't know if he's going to make it back out.
We got 3 laps down, Ben. The yellow lights have been turned off. 22 laps to go here in your first main event. Ricky Thornton Jr. leads, and Alex Ferree is indeed going to be able to rejoin the field at the tail. We're going back to green flag racing, James. RTJ leads Garrett Alberson and Hudson O'Neill.
At the new Connect restart zone, Hudson O'Neill goes way up top. Out at turn number 2, Alberson is second, but briefly down the back straightaway. O'Neill, can he hold the momentum? Moran runs 4th, Norris is 5th. Off at turn 4, Thornton still leads, but it's a hornet's nest behind him.
Mike Barler just got a good run running that Kenny Schulten brand line on the very inside of the racetrack, using the inside berm to catapult himself up through the field as Albertson falls back to fourth. Devin Moran's got a good hot rod, James, in that Rogers Sellers Double Down Motorsports 99 as he closes into the rear decking of the 99 and 71. I've seen this movie before.
Yeah, Kokomo a few weeks ago out of turn number 2. Albertson works the outside of Marlar. Lernerville not disappointing. The top 3 off of turn 4. Thornton out in front still. He's led every lap so far here tonight, but it is far from over. O'Neal to the bottom, Dustin.
Yeah, O'Neal and Devin Moran both trying the bottom of the racetrack down in turns 1 and 2. Top side, at least for the lead drivers, the place to be in 3 and 4. Just as we say that, Devin Moran is going to dive down to the inside and try to get a run in the 99. He's unable to do so. Instead, they fan out once again, and RTJ slips up down in 1 and 2, and that allows HUD to get a run down the backstretch.
Oh, man, they go side by side. Thornton stumbled. These two put on a heck of a show in the firecracker last year. Thornton and O'Neal. Thornton hangs on to the lead. Moran third. Fourth is Albertson. Fifth, Marlar. Out at turn 2. Oh, baby. We got another feature coming up down the back straightaway into turn 3. Moran on the bottom with O'Neal.
Oh, I love these elbows up 25 lappers. Here comes Devin Moran. He's going to take the second spot away from HUD. Hudson O'Neal gets a little too high down in 3 and 4. Now look at Ricky Thornton Jr. Everybody goes to the bottom this time down in turns 1 and 2. The battle for the lead on the left side of your screen. The battle for fourth on the right side of your screen. James coming around this time by 10 down, 15 to go.
Here comes the 1-5-7. Marlar fourth. Right now, Albertson, Norris, Owens, McCready, Blair, Spencer Hughes, your top 10. The battle into turn number 3. It's Ricky Thornton Jr. Moran not going to let him get away. They're going to pick up the tail end of the field down the main straightaway here at Lernerville with 11 laps scored.
Devin Moran's right there, James, and as you just said, they are quickly closing in on the back of the field. Bo Lockwood will be the first driver to go 1 lap down. Brayton Santee slow on the back straightaway. He's going to limp back car to the pit area and call it a night. Lead duo has put about 1.2 seconds between themselves, and your new third place car this time by at the line, Mike Marlar.
Mike Marlar, the 157-1-2 preliminaries here 2 years ago, was not here last year. A regular in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series this year. They battle up a 4. Around traffic, it's still Thornton slides to the outside. Moran about 4 car lengths. Marlar, O'Neal, Albertson, your top 5 into turn 1.
Good race for third and a good race up front as well as we, right on cue, they double it up for you.
Oh, yeah.
I love when we're all thinking alike.
We might have to triple box it. Oh, Moran stumbles in 4. That'll cost him some time. Here comes Marlar. Here comes O'Neal and Albertson. But he got up there. That berm is probably a little treacherous, DJ. But right now, Moran's still in it down the back straightaway with 14 scored as we come up on lap 15.
You're exactly right. If you could tiptoe around the top, it's definitely the fastest way around this racetrack. But that is a razor-thin edge as we've got 15 down, 10 to go. And Mike Marlar now in sole possession of that third spot. He's going to try to close in on the leaders, James, but he's got 1.7 seconds of deficit to try to make up between himself and Devin Moran. Moran going to go to the inside of a battle for the lead, though. RTJ too good up top.
It's racy all over. They've got plenty of room into turn number 1. Now Thornton throws his ladder. We've got a car slowing, going off the racetrack down the back straightaway. Here comes Thornton. Here comes Moran. Still third is Marlar. O'Neal fourth. Albertson, Norris, Owens, McCready, Hughes, Max Blair to 10th.
A good move there by Ricky Thornton Jr., who momentarily put 2 lapped cars between himself and Devin Moran. It was Jared Miley in the 75 and the Tom Crow number 40 of Michael Duritsky. Both Thornton and now Moran able to dispose of them, and Moran trying to close back in on the leader.
He's going to. Deathridge Opticians eyeball test right there. He's within 2-3 car lengths. Out at turn number 2, Devin will get the run down the back straightaway. We'll have 6 laps to go this time around. Moran is there. Moran through the middle off of 4. Moran for the lead off of turn 4. And it's still Thornton with 6 to go, Dustin.
And they got drivers at the back of the field running side by side in front of them. Levi Yetter and Trevor Collins. And Yetter's going to slip up the racetrack. That may slow up the 20RT momentarily. Here comes Devin Moran. If they're able to work by Trevor Collins, they'll have a clear racetrack in front of them. 5 laps to go.
Mike Marlar pedaling hard to the 157. Marlar to the bottom.
Oh, my.
We're about to have a 3-car battle for the lead. Here comes Marlar out at turn number 2, but it's Thornton into 3. Off at turn number 4, Thornton stumbles. Here comes Moran off at turn number 4 with 4 to go.
Looking at the lap times, Mike Marlar has been the fastest driver on the track the last couple laps, except that when he loses a little bit of ground. Here comes Devin Moran down to the inside. Once RTJ is able to get by Trevor Collins, who have a clear racetrack in front of him, at least for a couple laps, James. 3 laps to go in the first feature.
Marlar still third, O'Neill fourth, Alberson fifth. Off at 2, trying to keep that turn 2. And we got a car slowing at turn number 2, and it's Devin Moran. Devin Moran slows in turn number 2, and the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out for your second place running race car, Devin Moran. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure if he's got a flat tire or something worse.
And now that thing's bottomed out, it looks like, because he's just off the edge of the racetrack. As you just saw that left rear, he was trying to spin, and they're going to try to get him back up on, but he's got it bottomed out. Here's your Flow Racing instant replay. And boy, that has all the signs of a tire right there.
So we'll see if Ben Shelton, if he can come to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, and that's a big break. Mike Marlar has been one of the fastest cars on the track in the 157, and he'll be lined up behind him, Ben Shelton.
Yeah, and you know, talking about Devin Moran, I'll be curious if all 4 tires are up or that cushion just pulled him all the way in. And, man, the sprint car guys would love this cushion here tonight because it is a big old curb up there with big chunks in it. And you saw Devin's car get pulled over, so they're going to try to get him to the infield. We'll see if that right rear tire is flat or not. And it does look like that tire's straighted, DJ. So good call from up top. We'll get official word, and he's going to try to get down here in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, or we'll see if he takes it straight back to the trailer if he thinks maybe he has further damage than that. And you called it. Marlar needed a chance, and this racetrack is so technical here tonight. One little bobble can cost you everything. Moran's going to go straight back to the trailer.
Yeah, no championship points tonight or tomorrow night, but they do count. Both of them combined Thursday and Friday, Dustin.
Yeah.
So Moran behind the 8 ball heading in tomorrow night. Out of it in the Roger Sellers Double Down Motorsports car. 3 to go. Dustin, Thornton, it'll be a single file restart. And Mike Marlar, Hudson O'Neill. Man, it was a barn burner, wasn't it, brother?
Yes, it was.
Lernerville.
And it's not over yet.
Nope.
There's still 3 to go. Mike Marlar, again, he was making up some ground running I call it the Ken Shelton brand line here at Lernerville. The Lernerville faithful know what I'm talking about. That very inside groove of the racetrack was the 157. As you mentioned, it'll be a single file restart. Thornton, Marlar, O'Neill, Alberson, Norris, your top 5 cars. Then it's Jimmy Owens 6th, Spencer Hughes 7th, Tim McCready 8th, Max Blair 9th, and Mason Ziegler will round out the top 10.
Early contender for the Todd Steel Building's hard charger with 3 to go is Jamie Latham, up 8 spots. And Ken Schultenbrand, you mentioned him, up 6. All right, at the new Trinac Solutions restart zone. 3 to go. We'll talk to the top 3 on the Big River Steel podium at Lucas Oil Victory Lane. Off at turn 4. Thornton's led every lap. Does he lead the final 3? Here we go.
They'll be the most important ones as he leads them off into turns 1 and 2. Mike Marlar trying to get a run down to the inside. And again, that is a razor-thin line up at the top of the speedway. Here comes Mike Marlar back down to the bottom.
Alberson.
James. Yep, and here comes Alberson. They're coming around. 2 laps to go in this one.
Alberson got around O'Neill. The Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. It's about 3 car lengths now. He'll try to go up Dominoff down the back straightaway. It's about 4 car lengths into turn 3. The Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. For his 10th Lucas Oil Winner of the Year, he's still got to go to the UNO8 scales to make it official, Dustin.
Yeah, Mike Marlar that time by, James, able to gain just a little bit of ground. Final time around. Here comes Marlar, and Marlar slips up coming off corner number 2. He's not going to be able to get it done as they head through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag is out. The winner of your first A main is going to be Ricky Thornton Jr. Second spot will go to Mike Marlar. Garrett Alberson 3rd. Michael Norris finishes 4th. And Jimmy Owens will round out the top 5. Unofficially, Hudson O'Neill 6th. Tim McCready 7th. Spencer Hughes 8th. Max Blair 9th. And Mason Ziegler will round out the top 10. And we still have 1 more feature left to go here tonight.
Yeah, stay with us here. Unofficial right now, Todd Steel Building's hard charger. Jamie Latham up 9 spots in that running order. Man, Heartbreak Hotel for Devin Moran right there in second. Stay with us, folks. We got 1 more 25 lapper coming up.
Oh, that was good. That was real good.
Really good.
He's
for a long time.
Yes, it was. He is in the scale area, the UNOH scale area right now, making sure he meets the minimum weight requirement of 2350 and getting the droop checked as well.
38th career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. It does count in the official win total. That passes Tim McCready as they came in tied for 6th all-time in the Lucas Oil Series.
So waiting on him to clear tech down there, guys. And yeah, that would be his 10th win of the year. The next closest on the tour, 3. And as you said, James, his 38th win of the year, his 18th win overall, of course, across multiple divisions, because that's what RTJ does. Is he won this race last year, became the 12th different Firecracker 100 champion, presented by Big River Steel. And a very technical racetrack. This second feature, guys, is going to be very interesting, because we saw there at the end that Thornton and Marlar, those guys had all gone to the bottom. They wanted no more part of that cushion. Who's going to be brave enough to step up top here in feature 2?
Yeah, and that second feature coming up is going to have Jonathan Davenport and Dalton Wilson on the front row. And how about this row 2? Carson Ferguson and Drake Troutman.
2 of our O'Reilly Auto Parts
sir.
Rookie of the Year candidates will be in row 2 as he has cleared the UNOH scale area, and he makes it official, and he is pulling the SSI Motorsports, Coltman Farms Racing, Big River Steel, Hoker Trucking, Dyno One Incorporated, Westside Tractor Sales, Longhorn into victory lane. And we'll send it down to Ben Shelton, who will grab a word with your first feature winner tonight, Ricky Thornton Jr.
Well, guys, one thing about Lernerville, you see at a lot of racetracks, they have the breakaway right side of a spoiler. Unless you flirt with the front straightaway, you're not going to knock that spoiler off unless somebody else gets you. And this race car is in one piece, but there were some close calls with the cushion and with other competitors. And Ricky Thornton Jr. picking up $5,000 here tonight in prelim action. And as you guys talked about, performances from tonight and tomorrow will line up Saturday's heat races as he tries to become just the 5th driver to win more than one Firecracker 100 title, joining the likes of Jimmy Mars, Tim McCready, Brandon Overton, and of course Scott Bloomquist. And right now, we're going to climb out of the race car down here in Lucas Oil Victory Lane. He's out, race fans. Let him hear it. Ricky Thornton Jr. atop the race car, atop the Big River Steel podium, and he wins feature number 1 here on night number 1 of the 18th annual Firecracker 100 presented by Big River Steel. He'll pull off the safety device, has the Sunoco checkered flag, and he'll step in front of the race car as the all too familiar confetti flies once again. Ricky, we'll get you up here. You always tell me you love the technical racetracks, and right or wrong, this one was really technical tonight.
It was super technical. I felt like getting in both turns, like the cushion was over the top, so it was like you'd like get in, get tight, and have to turn again, but I don't know. I was kind of thankful for that first yellow. Devin drove right around us on the top, so really didn't know if the bottom's going to be better or the top's going to be better, and I fired off so good on the bottom. Like, man, the bottom's really going to be good. And then he drove by me like I was sitting still, so without that, I think he probably would have won, but overall, guys, big shout out to my guys. They bust their butt, and it's a lot of hard work and a lot of long hours, but they sure get it done, no matter if it's cold out or hot out. So I thank all the Big River Steel people and U.S. Steel people for coming out. It's pretty cool to be able to come here and have a really good night.
That last restart, were you concerned at all about where to be on the racetrack?
Yeah, I was for sure. I figured 3 and 4, like I was almost better sliding myself, but 1 and 2 I really didn't know, and then my crew guy told me to move down in turn 1. I'm like, man, just don't go in there and screw it up. So I kind of got down in turn 1, just made sure I got the left front up on the berm, and kind of helped me hook around it, and it paid off for us.
$5,000 in the bank account. You talked about Big River Steel. Who else helped you be here tonight?
Yeah, definitely Westside Tractor Sales, Sunoco Race Fuels, Midwest Sheet Mill, Coltman Farms, Hoker Trucking, Bill Stein Shocks, Longhorn Chassis. All the fans for coming out. Everyone that stopped by the apparel trailer. It's pretty cool to go all these places and have a lot of fans stop by. My wife, my kids, Burrows, DJ, Tharp, Darla. DJ's parents are here too, so that part's pretty cool. So who knows, maybe we can have a couple more of these.
Another one for SSI Motorsports and Ricky Thornton Jr., the winner of feature number 1, RTJ. Well, coming home second on the Big River Steel podium. He's got that smile on his face. Mikey, you were creeping up there, man. Caution comes out with a few to go. And what was the game plan if you were going to get around this 20 RT?
Well, yeah, I definitely knew when he had those 3 laps in the clean air, I probably wouldn't be able to pass him. But I hated to see that caution come out, but it was going to be hard to get by him anyway. So, and Devin, you got to remember Devin's still in front of me at that point. So Devin gave me one there. So it's treacherous, man, on that cushion. It'll bite you. And I was wanting to run it so bad, but after I seen what happened to Devin, and I've had 3 or 4 nights of just horrible finishes, so I was like, man, I got to get something going here. Just take second and get her back in the trailer without wrecking.
You didn't make it out here last year. You come back to Lernerville. How much do you enjoy this racetrack?
Oh, I love this racetrack. I've always enjoyed coming here, and it's always been a really, really fun place to come to. And you can race all over it, and I think we proved that there. And yeah, just happy to come to a good track and be able to move all over and race. It was a lot of fun, and got to thank I got an opportunity here. Greg Bruning for Skyline for giving me the opportunity to have really good equipment in the Mesilla Valley and Can-Am and Truck Country, Bennett Explosives. Lee at Capital Graphics, just everybody, Hoosier Tire, Bill Stein, just all you guys, you know who you are, and I appreciate all of you, and couldn't do it without you.
Tennessee's Mike Marlar comes home in position 2 on the Big River Steel podium, and we'll catch up with our 3rd place finisher, Garrett Alberson, rounding out the Big River Steel podium. Well, Garrett, the box score is going to show that you started outside front row and you finished 3rd, but I don't think that began to tell the story. You went backwards, you came forward, you went backwards again. What was the key at the end to get back on this Big River Steel podium?
Just that restart, really. We gained one with Devin there. I think he shredded a tire, so that's a bummer for him. He was having a good night, but yeah, I had a soft right rear like these 2 right here, and that I think maybe just on that last restart I was able to kind of get to that bottom for a lap, get by HUD there, and yeah, we're lacking just a little bit to really race with these guys for the lead, so we got to work on a little bit, but I'm super happy to be up here again, podium. So yeah, well, just big thanks to Sunoco Race Fuels, Bilstein Shocks, Sea Valley Transportation, Ken Roberts, and RC, Danny, and Thomas. They've been working really hard. Yeah, it's good to be back up front.
Garrett Alberson, he rounds out the Big River Steel podium here tonight. Hey, guys, 1 feature in the books. Let's do it again. Feature 2, waiting in the wings.
Absolutely. As we got the 20RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. getting his picture taken down there in victory lane. James will go ahead and toss to the Super Clean Race recap and see exactly how the Chandler, Arizona driver was able to put that SSI Motorsports car in victory lane.
Your slicker graphics, slickest move of the race. Got to go with Mike Marlar on his pass on O'Neill. Of course, the hard luck be Devin Moran
Yes,
in 99 Dustin.
Absolutely. As things got started off with a bang here in this one, as contact near the front of the field caused a pile up on the opening lap of this race. And Hudson O'Neill was able to wrestle that lead away momentarily. Devin Moran almost able to work by until he had trouble. We'll see that here just a little later on. And it was all Ricky Thornton Jr. There's the 99 of Devin Moran with trouble on that Double Down Motorsports entry. And when the checkered flag flew in this one, it was the 20RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. hanging on and getting the win in feature number 1 here tonight. And he will accumulate some wholesale points to put towards Saturday's 6 heats.
And Thornton was the Coleman Farms fastest lap of the race, 16.018. Also the MD3 most laps led. The lucky 7th place finisher, Willwood Brakes, was Tim McCready. The Deathridge Optician, lucky 13th, was Ken Schultenbrand. And again, the Todd Steel Building's hard charger was Jamie Latham. And again, the racer gas, Sunoco Race Fuels, the winner there.
There you go.
There you have it.
All right, we're going to step aside for a very quick set of breaks. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineup for the 2nd and final feature of the night. Don't go anywhere. One more race still left to go here. The 18th annual Firecracker 100 presented by Big River Steel.